Hi, welcome to Brick Arena, and welcome to the first in a multi-part series of how to part out Lego for your Bricklink store. To help us explain the process, we're going to be using set 40261, which is the 2017 Thanksgiving Harvest set. We've got 25 copies of this set, all ready to be parted out and put into my Bricklink store. Now you're going to need some containers to put the parts in as you sort them out. And this is an example of some of the containers that I like to use. Now I've tried a lot of different containers, but I really like these transparent plastic cups, which are easily obtainable from your local supermarket or wholesaler. Being transparent, it's really easy to see the parts within the cup. They're also great space savers because they're so easy to stack, which means that you save a lot more space on your desk. Now it's good to keep a range of different size containers because you're going to be parting out parts of different sizes and quantities. Now the first step in the parting out process is to establish exactly what contents there are in the set. In this case, the set consists of 3 sealed bags and an instruction book. The large bag consists of the larger parts within the set, and then there's a medium-sized bag with some slightly smaller parts and another small bag with some really tiny parts such as flowers. There's also a nice little instruction booklet as you'd expect with any Lego set. Now we know exactly what's inside the set. We need to start opening up all 25 sets and creating separate piles for each of the different bag sizes and the instructions. Now at this point it would have been a good idea for me to have got several different boxes so that I could put each of the different size bags into a separate box. That way it would have made it much more easy to transport the different bag sizes and keep my desk clear from all of the different bags. Now opening up 25 sets takes a little while, so let's speed the process up a little so that we're not wasting too much time. Now we've got all of the sets open and all of the different bags sorted into different piles. So here we have the large bags, the medium bags, the small bags, and of course a pile of instruction manuals. We're going to start working with the largest size bag from the set first, and you're going to need to empty all of the bags into a container. Now you can use whichever kind of container you like. Personally, I like to use these IKEA cutlery tray inserts. They're made of a nice white plastic, and this really makes the parts contrast well with the tray and makes them easy to see. The separate compartments can be useful for certain purposes, though they don't really have any bearing on the parting out process in this case. So we need to continue emptying all of the bags into the tray, and then we're ready to start sorting the individual parts into some separate containers. Now we're ready to start putting the individual parts into their own separate containers. So I lay out some of the pint-sized plastic cups that I showed earlier, ready to take some of the larger sized parts. And like any Lego sorting, it's best to start with the largest parts first. So pick a part that stands out, maybe because it's a certain colour or a certain size, and start pulling out those parts. Now when those parts start to become less obvious, pick another part and start pulling those out and putting them into a separate container. Don't overthink the part that you choose next, you just need to get all of the parts into their own individual containers. You'll need to repeat this process for each of the other sized bags. In a set of this size, I'd often upload the parts from the first bag to my Bricklink store before I continue to part out the other bags. That's easy to do in a set like this because the bags aren't numbered, and usually when the bags aren't numbered it means that the parts in each bag are totally different to the parts in the other bags. Whereas if you're parting a much larger set, you'll find that the parts in bag 1, for instance, might be the same as parts in bag 9. So in those instances, I tend to part out all of the bags first before I upload to my store. That makes it much easier to get the quantities correct. So after all of that parting out, I'm now left with a number of containers, all stacked in colour coordinated order and ready for uploading to my Bricklink store. In later videos in the series, we'll look at uploading these parts via Bricklink itself, and we'll also take a look at uploading via another application called Brickstock. I hope you found this first part of the series useful. If you did, be sure to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on the next part in the series. Bye for now.